I am here because 180 years ago, the Society of Jesus sold my family, so all of this could exist.
Georgetown University's reckoning with owning slaves isn't new.
The original Georgetown College operated plantations in Maryland.
It was also massively in debt. To pay that debt, the university sold 272 slaves.
At the time, the sale helped pay the school's debts.
The administration has already apologized and given legacy admission to descendants of those slaves. Now, students are taking it one step further, to reparations.
The conversation that we're having now about reparations is a natural outgrowth of students not only learning about Georgetown's history of slaveholding, but also being really challenged to think about what does it mean when institutions are able to continue and thrive at the expense of people and their communities.
Marsha Chatlin works with GU students who wrote and proposed a new referendum that would establish a fund for descendants of those slaves. And it would cost every undergraduate student at Georgetown $27.20 a semester.
I think it's the students holding up a mirror to the institution, saying we are willing to make sacrifices, we are willing to make choices, what are you willing to do?
One of those students holding up that mirror also happens to be a descendant of one of Georgetown University's slaves.
My name is Melisande Short Colomb.
Growing up, Short Colomb always knew most of her family's history in America.
I knew who I was. I knew Mary Ellen Queen, Abram Mahoney, Harriet Queen, Robert and Mary Mahoney. I knew those names. I knew that they were owned by an Irish Catholic family. So my very first grandmothers arrived here in colonial Maryland as indentured women. They were black women, they were free, they were indentured. After they worked out their term of indenture, my grandma's papers were destroyed and they were imprisoned, and when they came out of prison, they were slaves for life.
A few years ago, Short Colomb got a message that went even further. Her ancestors were sold to keep the doors of then Georgetown College open.
It was a validation of everything that I ever knew, but it was also a blow-up of everything that I ever knew.
And in 2018, she enrolled as a legacy admission to Georgetown at 63 years old.
Well, I feel like I have a bigger right to be here than anybody else. My family was the bedrock and the builders of all of this. And I felt like it was my responsibility to come here because I'm not here for the same thing 18 to 22-year-olds are here for. But I'm here to bring something. So this fund will give students and descendants an opportunity to be leaders in and about a subject that leadership fails to present itself and come up with legitimate remedy. What you can do is make an investment in a more equitable and inclusive future for people who are not you.
The conversation about reparations is obviously fraught and controversial, and not all of the student body is on board. Some students are against raising tuition for any reason, while others say the university should be making payments, not the students.
Who was the beneficiaries of the sale of these people, the enslavement of these people? It's always been the students. This was all done for the students, and if you were a student in 1789 or you're a student in 2019, it's still for you. I'm going to pay my $27.20 a semester because I'm here, and I want that $27.20 a semester to be able to affect some change in some people's lives.